If you picture a whole lineup of cars as far as you could see from in front of you and behind you, that's what it was like leaving. And when you looked in the rearview mirror, you could see the fire. It was as if it was just on the other side of the mountain, and the blackness and all of that. So it was unbelievable.
95% of my staff lived in an area that was evacuated, so they did have to leave as well. So that was a huge part of it when we came back from the evacuation on, I think it was July 9th, that our staff had to not only recover themselves from the evacuation and tend to their own needs, but they also had to come back to work and then to be here to help other people tend to their needs.
Pretty much immediately right after, we would get calls, if people heard helicopters overhead, if they heard sirens, if they saw even little plumes of smoke, they would definitely call in for sure. And then others were coming in to actually see the counsellors almost right away, saying that their anxiety was increased, that they just couldn't function properly. And it was because of the fires and the fear that they had.
People that have experienced past trauma in their life, that has been brought up for them. So they're reliving that trauma, or maybe experiencing trauma in a different way because they have been through that traumatic experience of a natural disaster and being evacuated from a natural disaster.
First thing that happened when we came back to town is that there was a mental health wildfire recovery group put into place, and from those meetings we were able to then apply for the Red Cross funding, and that directly helped us to hire an additional counselor. We've seen an increase in people looking for mental health services, particularly counseling, one-on-one couples, and so we really need to enhance that part of our organization.
Without that funding, we wouldn't be able to be where we are, for sure.
Probably 95% of the reason I come to work every day is the resiliency and the strength and the amazing people that I work with. People that have been through so much and they just keep going and going and going.